Game Boy, what is it? It's me! What's up, everybody? Good evening, Satellite. Good evening, Mizroy, Bulwark, our Dominic, Shadows. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. Doing quite well. It's been, you know what? It's been a solid couple of days, I gotta say. It's our little Game Boy. What's up, Dave? I always wanted to be a Game Boy, and now I really am. What's up, Fury? Good to see you. Proud to present the Super Game Boy Appreciation Stream, brought to you in part by our Nintendo Power Overlords. It's a brick! Good evening, around the board. Good evening, Deep Thought. Good to see y'all. The Game Boy, only Nintendo console you've ever owned. Got in a drawer somewhere, still in working order. I wish I still had my brick Game Boy. It is lost in Japan somewhere. I think. I'm not even 100% sure now. It's the one piece of gaming hardware that I lost track of over time. But yeah, I had a brick Game Boy when it came out. Have a whole mess of games for it. Love it. It's one of my all-time favorite systems. I absolutely adore the Game Boy's aesthetic. I mean, we've talked at length about this, but it was a difficult system to enjoy, frankly. Having a small, dim, unbacklit LCD screen powered by 4 AA batteries was not the best time. You basically had to play it under direct artificial light. Gotta be green. Let's see here. Let's see if I've got... Oh, I think I do. That's not what I had in mind. There we go. That's better. That's it. I want a kind of olive to it. Yeah, and it devoured batteries. Like, seriously. Did the Lego Game Boy, and that was a cool set to assemble. I'd like to get that, but it's a luxury I can't really afford at the moment. Yes, they're calling a Steam Machine the GameCube, and I love that. Pretty great. OG Game Boy is the only one he didn't play. I have GBC and GBA. I skipped GBC. Not intentionally. But I think GBC came about at a time when I was leaning away from console games and more into PC gaming. And I didn't come back to handhelds until the GBA SP. I wanted a GBA. I really wanted GBA because I had gained an awareness of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I knew that Circle of the Moon was kind of like the successor to that. And I really wanted to play it, but not on the original GBA. It still wasn't backlit. I needed a backlit system, so I held out for the SP, and I was glad I did. The SP was a wonderful, wonderful system. That one I still have. In fact, it might be right behind me here. Nope, I don't know where my SP is. Hiding somewhere in this room, somehow. So I got at the stream buffer for a second, so you were calling the GameBoy the One Piece. Good a guess as any. You're tired, went to bed 3 hours ago, woke up, had a dream WWE was having a charity thing. Wrestlers from all eras having matches in a bakery. Pretty funny. GBC is alright, don't think there's much reason to have if you already had an OG Game Boy and GBA SP. Yeah. I didn't, though. I didn't go back and fill in my GBC library. Of all Nintendo's handhelds, I had a brick Game Boy, had a whole bunch of games for that. Game Boy Color I never had, and I think the only Game Boy Color game I've really ever played in my life was the One Piece RPG. And I played that in Japanese, so I didn't know what... Other than being able to follow the plot of One Piece itself, I had no idea what the fuck was going on in that. GBA I caught up with the SP, played a whole bunch of GBA games. I had a DS Lite. I learned from my experience with the GBA to hold out for the second generation of systems, so... And I loved my DS. I never had a 3DS. So the two like handheld Nintendo libraries that I'm kind of out on are the Game Boy Color and the 3DS. Those two I know basically nothing about. I played pretty much nothing from them. I had an original cream colored Game Boy and then nothing until the flip screen Game Boy, the DS. If it had two screens, it was the DS, yeah. And if it did 3D, it was the 3DS. If it was just a little compact clamshell thing, it might have been the GBA SP. Can't remember if it had a chromish colored or clear pocket. Memory is fuzzy. I remember seeing the chromish ones. GBA was how you got into 16-bit games. Yeah, they ported a lot of SNES games to the GBA, which was smart. Being able to essentially take your SNES games on the go was really, really cool. What's up, Sarah? OG Brick, GBC, Game Boy Pocket from a garage sale I've ever used. GBA OG Brick DS, gotcha. 3DS started slow, but became really neat. I always wanted to get one. I always wanted to, and I still may some. Well, no, I probably won't. Because honestly, almost all the retro gaming I do is for y'all, and having an actual physical 3DS wouldn't do me any good. So. Fun fact: I was born on the same day as the Game Boy. No kidding. That's actually really cool, Sarah. That's neat. Also, good evening, Peach. Good to see you. 3DS was great for indies in its time. Kind of excited for the Steam machine. Not the least of which is probably losing patience with Windows. Yeah, having a Steam console. I mean, again, if I wasn't streaming, if my main mode of gaming was not streaming, I'd probably have a Steam Deck. I probably would have gotten one back in the first generation. But it's just not practical for me because, well, this whole thing. GB had a few really nice games, not nearly as many as DSR. It's true. It's true. I do love the GBA. I think in retrospect, I may have more of a fondness for the GBA. And a big part of that is the Castlevania's on it. Because my favorite Castlevania of all time is on there. And the Advance Wars. I really, really like the GBA Advance Wars. The DS Advance Wars, like, I won't argue they're not good, but I don't think they're as good as the GBA ones. Had 3DS, new 3DS XL, start with the OG 2DS, so rebuy it when it went on sale. 2DS, while less portable, is superior in comfort. 3DS is how you first played VVVVV. Huh, I didn't even know it was on there. One I have is also the OG Brick, only ever have 4 games for it. Oh god, yeah. OG Brick Game Boy, man, was a huge part of my gaming life. Especially once they started putting RPGs on there. Final Fantasy Legend was huge for me. Having a portable RPG was huge for me. And then having Final Fantasy Adventure, what we now know as Sword of Mana, which was requested, so we are gonna look at that. And Link's Awakening. That really made the system for me. Very, very much so. GBA Metroid games are so damn good. It's weird. I know I've played bits of Zero Mission, which is actually what we're gonna start with tonight. But my memories of it are so very fleeting. I don't own it. I own Fusion. And I played through Fusion a couple times, and Fusion's great. Fusion's a really, really good one. I bought the original GBA and SP, the only one I double dipped on. SP's clamshell is nice. Found the D-pad very prone to unintentional diagonals. Huh, I never noticed that. One of my only OG Game Boy games was RoboCop 2 as a hand-me-down. Oof! Amazing you still have a fondness for it. Friends had a Brick GB. Only had Tetris, so that's all I ever played on it. The original Game Boy had a pretty solid library, in my opinion. Surprising number of RPGs. Some good adventuresome games by the end of it. Lots of good arcadey puzzle stuff. Puzzles. I think the Game Boy was essentially made for puzzle games, really. A lot of solid platformers, as we've discovered. The Marios, the Warios, of course, but also the Turtles games on there are pretty solid. I got lucky, and one day my brother's girlfriend was just like, here are my brother's old Game Boy stuff, and just dumped a whole pile of games on me. It's always a magical experience to have that. I have Dragon Warrior 1, 2 on an OG Game Boy, though, and Final Fantasy Adventure. Other M, absolutely not. Nobody cares about Other M anymore. Consigned to the dustbin of history. Yeah, can't forget the Harvest Moons, either. Surprising number of excellent ports, remixes of NES games on Game Boy. It's true, yeah, it is true. Surely one of my hottest takes is that Game Boy Bionic Commando is actually superior to NES Bionic Commando. It actually improves on it in a number of ways. I've never beaten the Game Boy one, so I say this only as like a first impression sort of thing. But I was really impressed with Game Boy Bionic Commando. It really felt like a step up. OG Game Boy versions of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 are actually pretty good. That's interesting. Hilariously, I use Steam Deck. Got hundreds of games for that since I mostly just play Tetris Effect. It's not more than a glorified Game Boy. Hey, good evening, Manic. Sorry you have to go through that. Good luck tonight, buddy. Screen crunching can be a bit annoying for dungeon navigation. Well, I mean, when they black out most of the screen anyway, because your torch doesn't reach that far, it can't be that bad. Pokemon, the only Game Boy game you remember playing real time into. Definitely where this will happen if you get one, yeah. Maybe someday I'll have a Steam Deck. I would like to. I'd certainly like to have a Steam Deck, but I mean, the only reason for that would be to play whatever Steam game I'm on, like on the sofa instead of right here, and that's not worth several $100s to me. It wasn't back when I had that kind of disposable income, and it definitely isn't now. Dragon Quest menu and Game Boy was take up the whole screen. Remember the Final Fantasy Legend menus were pretty in your face. Era the black cards you could play in either, and then into the GBC exclusives of Peak Game Boy. Yeah, see, I missed out entirely on that. Because GBC was after N64, and, you know, I've found an appreciation for N64. I mean, obviously, I have an analog 3D that's going to be on the way eventually, and we're going to play a bunch of N64 games. But, you know, to be completely honest, the N64 kind of pushed me away from console gaming for a while. I did, at the time, when I was a kid, I just didn't like it that much. I had Mario 64, I had Wave Race, I had Turok, and Shadows of the Empire, and GoldenEye, and they were all great. But beyond that, the system didn't really have a whole lot for me. By the time Ocarina of Time came around, I was much more focused on PC games. They just looked better and played better, and yeah. That's the other, yeah. I lost track of my OG Game Boy, and I wish I still had it. My N64 actually gave away to a friend. I was the bearer of bounties that time. Gave an entire game system and a bunch of games and peripherals and stuff to, I think a friend's brother. N64 is just not that great if you want different genres. Yeah, and this is me, you know. I've always been a moody gamer in retrospect. I've always valued variety in my gaming experiences, and when I didn't, I leaned towards RPGs. And I mean, N64, man. Where's all the cool games he has had? Yeah, exactly. Good evening, Justin Brett. Good to see you. Link's Awakening DX was one I had. Link's Awakening DX was a really interesting experience. The first time I played that was when I streamed it. I had only ever played the original Game Boy Link's Awakening, so. Not a fan of Quest 64. We'll see. We'll see once I get my analog 3D, because God help me, I have a physical copy of Quest 64 we can play. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna play it. SNES cards started out with a slot that would catch the hook, the power button engage. To move to more of a slope. Oh, yeah. Also, it didn't come with any demos where the PS1 did, and I never asked my parents to return the 64 first. And I get that. Yeah, I totally get that. PlayStation just really kind of ate their lunch. Quest... Quest 64 is like punching an excited child in the gut. Jesus. Tell us how you really feel. Oh my god. Anyway, chat, we really should get to it. Y'all loaded up 17 requests for our Game Boy night. That is across the OG Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance. Also includes ROM hacks and homebrews. And we have examples of all of these. Obviously, we're not going to get to all of them tonight. I want to give everything its proper time. So the plan, what I am expecting to do, I'm hoping to get through about half of them. Good news for Quest 64 fans tonight. What's up, Nemrin? I'm hoping to get through about half of the games tonight. 8 or 9 if possible. And then come back on Saturday and do the rest of them. That would be the ideal. If we only get through a handful tonight, I may... Well, we'll play it by ear. We'll see, because tomorrow night, Friday night, is yet unspoken for. Probably, I was planning on doing a regular feature, like, probably Master System Odyssey, but... We could take matters into our own hands here, so, yeah. Being a Quest 64 fan like being a Castlevania 64 fan, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Unfortunately, I don't have a physical copy of Castlevania 64. That'd be neat. I might have to look into that. Yeah, I've heard Quest 64 isn't like... Yeah. It's not like hilariously bad or anything. It's just really, really underwhelming. It's just super, super basic. So yeah, that's the plan for the next couple days. There's gonna be no stream on Sunday because I never stream on Sunday, especially not now. And then Monday we should be finishing Dragon Quest 1. From there, who knows? I may roll straight into Dragon Quest 2. I may swerve into something else. We may do some one-offs or something, or I don't know. I don't know. Chaos Vember reigns. Quest 64 randomizer is fun because it also randomizes all the vowels. Begged your parents for video games for months, and they bought you a console with no games. They let you rent a single game every few weeks for 5 days. The only game you have is Quest 64. What's up, Zem? Good to see you. COD should just spin off the zombie stuff into its own release. Kind of surprising they haven't, isn't it? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they don't. That's a really good question. So, let's get to it. Let's get started. Like I said, 17 requests. We got 17 requests to go through. I have arranged them. So I did what I said I was going to do. We're not doing a wheel. I have no wheel to offer you, chat. We're going to play them in the order they were requested, unless people requested multiple games. In which case, we're playing the first request from each person that requested something, and then circling back around and doing the repeat request. So, and that means that tonight we are starting with some Metroid Zero Mission. Now, I do need to do one thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it down on our end. I noticed it's quite loud, so we'll need to do some adjusting of audio levels here. Do this. Oh, nope, that's fine. Loud ass game. I know, right? I know. %, no notes. This looks so good. I don't know why I don't own Zero Mission. I don't know why I've never really seriously played. Yeah, I've never played Zero Mission. It's so weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't know why I'm weird, chat. Sam's just shipping. This looks fucking weird. Plant ZBs, I called this place home once in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called Zero Mission. Don't you mean first mission? Why zero, though? That's weird. Hello. Give me a warm-up. Your gun doesn't go anywhere. I forgot about that. Build that net to take ball form and gain access to narrow passageways. I gotta say, like, Zero Mission and Fusion have exceptionally good animation. Like, stuff in these games looks so good. That was the big thing that really impressed me with Fusion, was just how incredibly good it looks. Long beam, the one upgrade Samus never loses. GBA music chip was shit, but some games like this brought the most in. They did, didn't they? Yeah, honestly, I personally really like the way GBA games sound. Huh, they even give you some very Fusion-like direction. Nice. GBA does not have dedicated sound music hardware. Handheld Gregorian chanting. Metroids are so satisfying. You get a Fire Red, you'll see the game's music slaps on the same level. I mean, honestly, like one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time is Advance Wars 2. Advance Wars 2 has some amazing music. Interesting to see ZBs with actual backgrounds, as well as not entirely dead like Super. Yeah, I know, right? This is not the ZBs I grew up with. Oh, can't reach that. Yeah, versus the NES Void. But I mean, there is something. Like, the atmosphere of the NES Void is definitely really, really cool. As Metro goes, Shaw! Long beam. I like a girl with a short skirt and a long beam. Makes me feel infinitely vast, yeah. Like, the vibes in a Metroid game are arguably the most important part. The things I like about Metroid Prime is it gives you some context to your classic Metroid enemies, and like zoomers, whether like meters, passive little herbivore guys trying to survive. Whoa, did my map? Hang on. Whoa, it actually colors like secret areas in green? Or maybe not secret areas, maybe just stuff that's not on the normal map. I thought you meant Gen Z for a sec. All right, then. Oh, by the way, in case y'all didn't see it, I did think to enable the call a vote option tonight in case any of the games tonight feel like absolute must plays for the community. We are going to have Prime 1 and Fusion, they connect. You can wear Samus Fusion suit in Prime and unlock Metroid. Yeah, I heard about that. It's pretty interesting. Don't have vote points on, but that must do. Again, calling votes should be used sparingly. We do have 2 games that have 1 votes. They have passed initial voting and need to be full played at some point. Them being Breath of Fire 2 and Cryptmaster. So don't feel like you necessarily need to make the list any longer right now. I mean, look, straight up, if y'all are patient, we will do a full playthrough of this eventually. You don't actually have to vote for it. I'm only mentioning it now because, well, because it's pretty obviously in need of a full playthrough. So. So yeah, I don't think you necessarily need to avail yourself. What's that little bug? That was cute. You don't necessarily need to avail yourselves of a vote on Metroid Zero Mission, but other stuff you see tonight that might not be so obvious, you may wish to indulge. For record, if someone wants to call a vote, doesn't have the coins, hit me up. Can't promise I'll vote for it, but I'll call a vote. it's so weird, honestly, playing... It's so weird playing Metroid 1 and actually recognize, like, being able to recognize what things are. I'm used to Metroid 1 just being like a fever dream of stuff. Sounds like we're playing the long game, we're getting into Breath of Fire 3. Okay, we ain't going that way. Yeah, Metroid's one of those things that I want to get to all of them except Other M at some point. You know, we've done Metroid 1, 2, and 3. We had Fusion would be next up, as far as I'm concerned. We could definitely slot Zero Mission in there, and you know, the Primes eventually. Seeing as how Pokemon is the only RPG series I'm interested in. Why is Other M so hated? I'll let chat take this one. I have not actually played Other M myself. I've seen enough of it to know. But Metroid is wasted potential, saying power up system can be used in so many different game styles. I definitely wouldn't call that wasted potential. You know? There are a lot of game franchises. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that. Ow. Oh, I just gave up. Kind of messing everything besides gameplay. Every 15 minutes is long as cutscene that makes Samus intensely submissive, some asshole would do the entire game. Suffocatingly linear. Absolutely want to see him try a Gen 1 Pokemon. Did Fire Red, Leaf Green keep the Mew bug form from Red Blue? I don't know what you're talking about. I have a little... There's a bug on me. I have a little bug stuck to me. That's cute. The baby. From, not form, okay. He's perfectly fine for Fusion. He was, yes. Other M made him seem like an asshole. Samus had no reason to think Vaughn live. Yeah, it's the main issue with Other M is it ruins Samus's characterization. Because she didn't have a whole lot. You know, she was just a reticent badass. She was the space warrior lady who went and did all the cool stuff, and then Other M recontextualized her as this like. Yeah. Submissive gopher. What's up, Chaos? Is this one that Nintendo made ever bring the jackboot down the neck of a fan game, or what was that a different one? I have no idea. Good evening, Eva. Also, not to ruin Chaos's night or anything, but yeah, I'm gonna move on from this because we are very obviously going to come back to Zero Mission at some point for a full playthrough. But I have a bunch of games to get through tonight. So, and I think y'all will be pretty happy with this next one anyway. I think y'all will be pleased. Just stoked to see it. Well, I'm glad. Story is bafflingly poorly told. Spend hours with Samus ranting about the baby and Adam, and the actual story just passes you by. Alright, feel let's talk about the fall of Samus. Hey, I know this music. Thankfully, Metroid 2 Remake and Dread made Samus so badass again, like they got it. Wrong version! You requested green over red. The various buttons will be explained in the order of their importance. Okay, quick bit of context here. I don't play Pokemon. Just so you know. The most Pokemon I've ever played... No, it's Leaf Green. The most Pokemon I've ever played was Go. And I played that for a couple weeks. I actually bought myself. If you're red-green colorblind... You can't say that, Peach! I actually bought myself. Back when Pokemon White and Black came out, those were on DS, right? I bought one for myself. I don't remember which one I bought, but I bought one of them. But I bought in Japanese. And I thought, voting is open, by the way. I thought it would be a useful tool for teaching me Japanese. It wasn't. It really, really wasn't. And I ended up giving it to my nephew on my wife's side. Moves the main character, choose various data headings, use a confirm a choice, check things, chat, and scroll text, use the exit, cancel a choice, and cancel a mode. Press button over the menu, shift items, use register item. If you need help playing the game, how do you think? Oh, that's nice. Cool. Can be a bit difficult when all the Pokemon have different names. Yeah. In the world in which you are about to enter, you'll embark on a grand adventure with you as the hero. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. Gather information and hints from every source. Lukewarm on Pokemon's at best. I recognize him in the minority here. You're in the Pokemon Black Run right now. How about that? New paths will open to you by helping people in need, overcoming challenges, and solving mysteries. At times, you'll be challenged by others and attacked by wild creatures. Be brave and keep pushing on. Through your adventure, we hope that you will interact with all sorts of people and achieve personal growth. That is our biggest objective. Press the A button and let your adventure begin. Hello there! Glad to meet you. I bet you are. I bet you are. Sorry. Check that. Welcome to the world of Pokemon! My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. They're like dogs. Most people keep dogs as pets. But some people put them in pit fights. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? Well, we're going binary here. I'll be a boy. Other people turn them into delicious sausage. Let's begin with your name. What is it? 7 characters. Cross-franchise contamination, chat. So your name is Bubsy! You're gonna make everybody scream it. To confess, I like most of the spin-off games in anime and media more than the main series. It was very cool as a kid. This is my grandson. You can already tell he's an asshole. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name now? I mean, we got a little too much penis on this channel lately. Let's change things up a little bit, shall we? Was it Asshole? Yeah, it was, actually. That's right, I remember now. His name was Asshole. Arceus was really fun. Needing an action series forever in the history setting is cool. Yep, they gave you just enough letters. It's canon. Bubsy! Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Now become tiny. Was I playing on my Nintendo? Bubsy played with the NES. Okay, it's time to go. No, it really isn't. I want to play more. It's crammed full of Pokemon books. Still crammed through Pokemon book. Chat, keep in mind, there is a vote running for this right now. So if you want a full playthrough, a full democratic playthrough of this, be sure to vote to continue. If you kind of whatever on it, vote to game over. Bubsy boot up the PC. Whatever. Why do I sleep in like a medical cot? It's a posted notice. If you're confused, ask for help. Press the LRR button. That's pretty cool. It's got an onboard help system. That's really cool. Right, all boys leave home someday. It says on TV. Professor Oak next door was looking for you. Bye, Mom. I'm off to train adorable animals to murder each other. Movie on TV. Four boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. Dishes and plates are neatly lined up. It smells delicious. Somebody has been cooking here. No idea who. Now traveling the entire continent without a legal guardian. Don't worry, your mom is already seeking a renter for your room. Love how the message box for the signs different from the ones with the dialogue. Pallet Town, Bubsy's house. Pallet Town, shades of your journey await. Is that right? Oh, look! Trainer tips. Press start to open the menu. That's not really a tip. It's just... Time to leave home now that we're a full-grown adult at the age of 10. Oak Pokemon Research Lab. More like Okamon. Say Pokemon's Professor Oak's aide. Professor Oak may not look like much, but he's the authority of Pokemon. May Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. They just capitalized whatever the fuck they want in this, huh? They just went hog wild. Say Pokemon's Professor... Yes, you do, don't you? You sure do. Fuck do you want? Well, it's only Bubsy? Gramps isn't around. It's like an encyclopedia, but the pages are blank. Start over the menu. Save options on the menu. Those are Pokeballs. They contain Pokemon. I headcanon that everyone randomly screams. Yes, this is game 2 of the night. We took a quick look at Metroid Zero Mission, which we're definitely going to do a full playthrough at some point. And now we're doing really our first Pokemon game ever. Pokemon Leaf Green. Hi, Bubsy. My brother Asshole is out of Grandpa's lab. Yeah, fuck that guy. The big map of the Kanto region. Now, this would be useful. Too bad I can't have it. And yes, good evening, F-Zero Racer. It's good to see you. Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. So, like... what could this machine be? Better not mess with it. I am well aware they are Pokeballs. There's an email message here. Finally, the Ultimate Trainers. The Pokemon League are ready to take on all comers. Bring your best Pokemon and see how you raise a trainer. Indigo Plateau. Press Oak. Please visit. Older Pokemon games have a darker set of themes, which until recently they've been steering away from. Yeah, Professor Oak's looking for me, but he ain't around. There ain't nobody okay. How do I make this go? What's the thing? I was like, go up? Huh, okay. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Where was he? I don't know. Oh, can instant transmission. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Asshole, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Bubsy. 3 Pokemon here. Haha, the Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now, in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Wait, wouldn't that mean the Pokemon inside are, like, ancient? Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, asshole. You can have one, too. I see Bulbasaur is your choice. Very easy to raise. No. Squirrel's your choice. One worth raising. No. Charmander's your choice. You should raise it patiently. But we're playing Leaf Green. I'll take the green one. Press the name first Pokemon Old Fart. Sure. This is Pokemon that is literally God. They're all stage 1. I think you recently bred them or something. Pokemon's really quite energetic. I give a nickname to this Bulbasaur? Sure. Old. Fart. Huh. You get, wow, you get 10 characters for Pokemon names, but only 7 for your own. Here's what types y'all tend to go starter-wise. I always went with water since my other brother would go grass and my sister went fire. I'll take this one then. My pleasure, Drake, now. Varies by game, went Charmander in Gen 1. Asshole review, see the Charmander. Pokemon looks a lot tougher than yours. Well, you're a piece of shit, so who cares? While Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. With it at your side, you should be able to reach the next town. Wait, Bubsy, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I triggered his trap card. Rival asshole would like to battle. Rival asshole sent out Charmander. Go, old fart. No, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Bubsy, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Pokemon battles when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. Yes, I see that. Trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering the... We knock them unconscious. We beat the shit out of them. One of these adorable creatures is about to be clubbed half to death. Yeah, surely you've seen a bat... Like, all of civilization revolves around Pokemon and the battling thereof, right? Like... This should be common knowledge. I'm talking about you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Old fart will fight. I can tackle and I can growl. How much does tackle do? Tackle. Okay, doink. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle. Thanks, John Madden. Charmander, use Scratch. That's not annoying at all. Charmander fainted. Old Park gained 69 experience points. Park grew to level 6. Nice. 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 Please make that noise stop. Player defeated rival asshole. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon. Bubsy got 80, Pien? 80 Pokebucks? Pokedollars? Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money and your Pokemon will grow. Battle their trains to make your Pokemon strong. End Eve alert! Hit the deck, chat! Whatever you do, always give 100% unless you're donating blood. Pokemon really has something for everyone, although competitive will rot your brain. I'll make my Pokemon battle toughen it up. Bubsy, Gramps, smell you later. Okay, cool. Raise your young Pokemon by making battle. That's the battle for it to grow. Pokemon must fight to live. So, is he like... Okay, no, he gets his health back afterwards. Or at least he got his health back after that. Route 1. Out town of Viridian City. Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's part of a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit this Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. I got a potion. The potion went in the bag's item pocket. That's very specific. What's in my bag? A potion. Okay. Chikorita is one of the coolest grass starters. Yes, I would like to say it again. Don't turn off the power. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll regret it. Oh no! Oh Jesus Christ! I've been ambushed by an angry bird, a Pidgey. Go, old fart. Bootleg version of Pokemon Gen 2 is machine translated, put in as bag fuck. Tackle the bird. Oh, Lord. Bird tackled me. What does Growl do? Growl, Oh, Pidgey's attack fell. Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that shit. Well, hopefully it stacks. If it doesn't. Critical hit! Well, Pidgey fainted! Good job, old fart. I don't think we're gonna have time to catch a Pokemon tonight. Because I don't have any Pokeballs. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary. You can jump from them. You get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. Okay. Think about the main games are tuned so you end up mashing whatever strategy over and over. Okay, so it doesn't restore health in between fights. Okay, maybe we'll get through this. Hey, Ulfar grew to level 7. Nice. Learned Leech Seed. Weird. So the only other possibility... Alright, no, he hurting. Oh no, I didn't mean to... I didn't mean to give him the potion, I wanted to use it. I guess we go in here, and we use this. You. Whee! Buffs and debuffs and stuff, I do actually do things, especially as a kid, you'll just hit the biggest bomb. I have to assume these games were not, like, super mechanically challenging, right? I kind of have to imagine that, like, the strategy for these games wasn't real complex. Battle moves Pokemon are limited by their power points, PP, or replenish power points, rest retired Pokemon in Pokemon Center. Buffs and status effects matter a lot in Pokemon. It's the PC. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They charge no money, so don't be shy about healing Pokemon. Oh, whoops. Well, in our Pokemon Center, would you like me to heal your Pokemon back to... Nah, we're good. In good shape. So like Kirby, where it's only as hard as you want to make it. By default, it's pretty easy with lots of options to make it harder. Okay. So I guess it comes down to what Pokemon you choose to use, right? I imagine every generation has, like, meta Pokemon that are super effective. And if you want to make the game harder, you just use whatever you feel like. PvE strategy is pretty simple. PvP stuff can get pretty wild. If you just want to complete the game, you don't have to pay attention to anything but Pokemon type and moves. Kinda. 6 Zubats. You want super hard Nuzlocke. Pokemon you want to use, however you want to rely on items. I think the older games don't tell you is, that's interesting. Anyway, chat, last chance to vote on whether or not you want more of this or not. If you want to see a democratic playthrough of Pokemon Leaf Green, you must vote to continue. If you're kind of whatever on it, vote to game over. I'm gonna move on to our next game of the night, which means I need to call this vote. I would absolutely not, under any circumstances, do whatever the fucking Nuzlocke is for a first playthrough. That is not on the table. If y'all really want me to play Pokemon for, like, the first time, I'm gonna play it like a normal human being. Only catch the first Pokemon you see in a route. Also, this permanent. Ugh. Bunch of weird niche moves and items are only useful for PvP. Yes, you're absolutely right. I need the childlike wonder experience. That is the only way I could do this. To pet goldfish you can let play. Unfortunately, no. We could do a fundraiser for a goldfish to play Pokemon for us. Nuzlocke is for the ultra fans and sadists, as I said. But I repeat myself. If you do it, then you'll appreciate the other types of Pokemon games more, so the wonder is required, yeah. Every 30 seconds swaps from Oddish to chat. We could do a Twitch Plays Pokemon thing where I'm actually struggling against y'all to accomplish things. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting this emulator pauses every time I click off it. Still cracks me out the Twitch Plays version actually completed the game. That's amazing to me. That's honestly really, really cool. Alright, chat. You've had your chance. I'm closing the vote. I'm calling it. And according to this, y'all did, in fact, vote to continue. By a narrow margin, I will say. 7-5. So I will put this on the list after Breath of Fire 2 and Crypt Master. We'll have Pokemon Leaf Green up there. Pokemon Gen 2 Eternal Night. Your part PvE being piss easy and really do whatever you want with your monsters and bond with your favorites. Just surprised we didn't tie it. Honestly, likewise. I feel the same, so. Alright, anyway. Let us move on to our next game. Next game is... oh, Fire Emblem. Better Pokemon game to start with. Gen 1 OG has issues. Marf. Once dragons and men coexisted. They shared a peace forged in wisdom. A peace that lasted many generations. All that was lost when mankind disrupted this balance in a sudden onslaught. Man fought dragon in a savage war that shook the foundations of the world. This war was called the Scouring. That's a good word. That's a good word. Defeated and humbled, dragons vanished from the realm. In time, man rebuilt and spread his dominion across the land and on to the islands beyond. Dragons are supposedly a thing of Fire Emblem. A millennium has passed since those dark days ended. Love this game as your first strategy RPG. Wow. Man spreading. Fire Emblem. New game. Prologue. You're a tactician traveling across Elib. Set your name, birth month, and gender using the net and start with the D. You know what? No. We'll get right to it. A girl from the plains. Are you awake? I found you unconscious on the plains. I am Lynn of the Lorca tribe. You're safe now. Who are you? Can you remember your name? Your name is Mark. An odd sounding name. But pay me no mind, it is a good name. I see by your attire that you're a traveler. What brings you to the Sakai Plains? Would you share your story with me? Lynn's still cutest of all time. You're just a mop of brownish reddish hair. You have no human form. It's Cousin It. What was that noise? I'll go see what's happening. Mark, wait here for me. Oh, shit. Oh, no, bandits! They must have come down from the burned mountains. They must be planning on raiding the local villages. I have to stop them. If that's all of them, I think I can handle them on my own. You'll be safe in here, Mark. What? You want to help? Well, can you use a weapon? I see. So you're a strategist by trade. An odd profession, but... very well, we'll go together. Tell me what to do. Over here, if you want to help, Mark, I can use your advice. I'll protect you, so stay close to me. You can tell they're evil bandits because they're uggos. Lynn's are blue, enemy units are red. Mark, you're green. Essentially, battle consists of blue allied units and red enemy units taking turns moving on the field. You're only here as a strategist. You only appear during special events. Your job as strategist is to place a cursor on blue units to issue their orders. You need to be close to the enemy. Selection Lynn. Yep. Okay. Yes, it should be close enough. Oh, that bandit spotted me. It's coming this way. Close in and attack. Now strike! Strike true, Lynn, with your iron sword. Okay. Washa. Nice. I have no company or real accolades, so you put me in charge of your army. Oh, Lynn, are you okay? Bella Animation Zero Fire Emblem look really nice to you. Victory! I've been injured. I have need of a vulnerary. Another band over by the gear to the west. You don't know what a gear is? Type of round hut. Many nomads live in huts like these. I'd do well to use this time to administer a little first aid. Okay, a couple of vulneraries in my satchel. They should heal me up. Would you get one for me? Where the hell did this word come from? Thank you, Mark. That brigand over by the Gare. Who do you think you are? Think you'd stand up to Bata the Beast? Which Ow, Christ. Not looking good, girl. Archaic word from the Latin vulnerarius, basically an herbal medicine. Ooh, it's tough. All comes down to this next blow. Mark, if I fall, I want you to flee. You must escape. Nice miss, idiot. She just ulted all over him. But how did she... Blarg. Level up. Nice. Whew, that was close. I sorely underestimated him. Sorry if I worried you. I need to be stronger if I'm going to survive. Strong enough that no one can defeat me. Lynn gains experience in each encounter. When she has an experience, she will level up. She increases in level, her abilities improve. Over time, she will grow much stronger. Time to bring this chapter to close. Select Lynn and move her to the gate where Bata the Beast was standing. Select C's to complete Lynn's victory and your own! Oh, it's RNG stat growth? Oof. Good work, Mark. Let's go home. Your specialties actually bring the item for the purse satchel instead of just bring the entire thing with a confused look. Good morning, Mark. Are you awake yet? No. That fight yesterday must have taken a lot out of you. Yeah. You did nothing. All that thinking and pointing you did. Start with Lynn, Mark. Give her your aid and master the art of combat. Complete the task set on each chapter and help Lynn in her quest. Turn the instruction window on or off by pressing select. Stats are semi-RNG percents for what stat grow are heavily tilted for the individual characters, so they roughly grow in a specific direction. Footsteps of Fate. The apprentice tactician Mark and the young sword fighter Lynn. A strange pair on an even stranger journey. To prepare for the long road ahead, they go to Bulgar, the commercial center of Sakai. Unbeknownst to Lynn, she will discover something that will alter her life forever. Lynn is actually not the main here. Her stages are basically a big tutorial because this is the first Fire Emblem we ever got. Okay. Mark, over here! This is Bulgar, the biggest city in all of Sakai. We should purchase supplies for our journey. Oh, my heart, what a dazzling vision of loveliness! Wait, oh beauteous one! Would you not favor me with your name, or better yet, your company? Where are you from, Sir Knight, that you speak so freely to a stranger? I thought you never asked. I'm from Lycia. I hail from the Kalen Canton, home to men of passion and fire. Shouldn't that be? Oh, god damn it, I clicked through it. Ooh, you're even lovely when you're cruel. Let's go, Mark. I have nothing more to say. Wait, please. Sane, hold your tongue. Ah, Kent, my boon companion. Why so severe an expression? If your manner were more serious, I wouldn't have to be so severe. We still have a mission to complete, Sane. I know that, but how could I remain silent in the presence of such beauty? It would have been discourteous. What do you know of courtesy? Excuse me, you're blocking the road. Green guy and red guy. If you'd be so kind as to move your horses? Asses? Of course, my apologies. Thank you. You at least seem honorable enough. Pardon me, but I feel we've met before. I beg your pardon? Hey, no fair, Ken. I saw her first. Seems there are no decent men among Lycia's knights. Let's go, Mark. I've run out of patience. Wait, please. It's not like that. Sane, you lout. Not like that? I thought you were... I am not you! Come, we must follow her. I suspect she might be... Be what? She's our mission? You're joking. Wait! Lynn said home to Calisos with loose tongues. Got you, okay. Run! We're being pursued! Oh, jeez. Oh, Christ. Oh, no. Oh, no! There are... Fuck! There's something. There's some shit going down. You are called Mark? But, God, no! What's going on here? I must be pushing the wrong button. We got Kent, we got... Oh, look at Sam! The little chibi faces are so cute. Kent is so over this shit, and Sane's just so happy to be here. Attack! Move me to space next to my foe! Drive me closer so I can hit him with my sword. Lance, sorry. One or the other, really. Nice miss, idiot. You're on horseback and the motherfucker hit you with an axe. Whoa, I missed? Oh, it had to happen that way. Sane, why aren't you using your sword? The lance is more heroic and knights should look heroic, don't you think? You're hopeless. If you don't take fighting more seriously, you're gonna find yourself on the end of a blade. Truth be told, I forgot to buy a sword. Forgot, or were you simply too busy dallying with the ladies? Alright, okay. Let me clear the deck of current stuff. There we go. All right, voting is open once again for Fire Emblem. Have at you, chat. Got an iron sword. Mark! Weapons possess a unique hierarchy. Swords best axes, axes beat lances, lances best swords. Ah, okay. This is called the weapon triangle. Remembering this is of the utmost importance. First, let's illustrate that swords are strong against axes. Select Ken. Enemy wields an axe. Uses my sword for using a sword me, baby. One more time. Wachow. He's almost defeated. Now let's deliver the final blow. I must be next to the enemy. Get him, Lynn. There you go. That's what we like to see. I love the little pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat. Cute. Mark, give me another chance. Attacks with foes should be met with swords. Brandish your blade. Hit him with the S word. God, Sane, what the hell, man? God, Sane, you alright? Yes, I am. I was able to dodge in time. I can't believe you evaded my sword stroke so easily. Hold up. You're cool. Twitch didn't break. I had a one redeem per stream rule on those because, well, didn't really expect people to call multiple votes on things. This is no jest. Look closely, the enemy is hidden in the woods. The branches make it difficult to attack, don't they? Right, I was so focused on attacking, I didn't see. The lack of attention may someday cost you your life. Fine, I understand already. Let it go, Kent. If you truly understand, then act like it. Kent worries too much. It's gonna grow old before its time. Type transient characteristics. Look at woods and plains. Battle an enemy for the woods, and the enemy will likely miss you. Your attacks will be unimpeded, giving you a distinct advantage. Same is true for foes. When enemies in the woods, he's more difficult to hit. Factoring in your terrain benefits, the weapon triangle is vital in combat. Okay. Ready for battle? Command me as you will. We just met. Guy's putting his life in my hands. Wow. Seems like a wise decision to leave that bandit to the knights. Doesn't. If I'm gonna take care of the other foe, I need to close the distance between us. The knight said the woods are advantageous, right? In that case. That looks good. Let's move there, Mark. Tutorials let up a bit pretty soon. Your name is Sane, right? Yes, Sane, the gallant man of Kalen. That's me. You insist. Why have you not healed yourself? Hey, I've been injured. What a cat I am. The wrinkle of that perfect brow of yours was worry for me. I was thinking of giving you a vulnerary, but looks like you're fine, so never you mind. No, wait, I'll take it, please. I'll take it. Give away an item, use the trade command. Trade can only be used by you instead of Jason one another. Okay. You insist, man. Such a generous offer waiting. The healing power of love awaits with yon angel. Mark Terry no longer. Ah. With the trade command. You're saying. Boy, the tutorial is pretty hard in this. I can use Lynn's vulnerary. It's like music. Yeah. Oh, you weren't even that hurt. Furthermore, Mountainians have the unique ability to move again. Essentially, this allows cavalry to move the number of spaces left in their movement range if they haven't done so already. The attack command, among others, nullifies the move again ability, so be careful. Select Sane and order him to move again. Let's just switch it up, but have a game that does Green Horse Lady and Red Horse Lady instead. Much better. Thanks, Mark. And you have my gratitude as well, my angel. Fuck you. Mission goals change from chapter to chapter. This chapter's goal is to defeat all enemies. Check the chapter goals in the window in the upper right of the screen to open the map menu. Place cursor on unoccupied space. It's just like Advanced Wars, really. Really just like Advanced Wars. Same devs and engine? Well, there you go. Splort. Intelligent systems does a lot. The live goal in chapters defeat all enemies. You're never protecting anybody. No escort quests. No capturing towns and stuff. Small portions of kind of goofy. I know, I love it. I think it's great. Nintendo really wanted smooth onboarding here since their first Fire Emblem. Definitely something they get over here, you lose, or this person dies, you lose. Ah, damn it. Something that says something different, you don't defeat all enemies, you can't get that sweet XP. I see what you're saying. Also, it's funny compared to Final Fantasy Tactics, how like in Tactics, the boss are all generally pretty complex characters. You really need the XP in this one. Accursed knights, always tampering in others' affairs. Ow. Damn. You do not play Fire Emblem for the complex geopolitics. Level up! Go, Lynn, go. Get his ass. Go, Sane. Don't fuck this up. Nice. Blast. There was always supposed to be a lone girl. Arg. That's the last of them. Fantastic work, Mark. And now for these Knights of Lycia. You're going to share your story with me? Yes, we have ventured from Kalen and Lycia in search of someone. Lycia, that's the country beyond the mountains in the southwest, isn't it? Correct, we've come as messengers to the Lady Madeline, who eloped with a nomad some 19 years ago. Madeline? Our lord the Marquess of Kalen's only daughter. He was heartbroken his own daughter would abandon him so. Eventually the Marquess simply declared that he had no daughter. And then this year we received a letter from Lady Madeline. It said that she, her husband, and their daughter were living happily on the Sakai Plains. The Marquess was ecstatic to learn. Okay, I can see where this is going. Ecstatic to learn he had a granddaughter of 18 years. Say the thing, Lynn. I remember the smile on his face when he announced that he'd suddenly become a grandfather. The granddaughter. If they try to pretend this is some kind of mystery. Granddaughter's name is Lindis. This is also the name of the Marquess's wife, who passed away at an early age. Lindis? That she should bear the name this name thawed the Marquess's heart. Now his only wish is to meet his daughter's family at least once. This is why we're here. We didn't know that Lady Madeline died a few days after sending her letter. We only learned this shortly after we arrived here in Bulgar. We also learned all was not lost. Her daughter yet lives. Heard that she was living alone on the plains. I knew it immediately. You are the Lady Lindis. Why would you... I don't know, man. I don't know. Really, so it's a very common name. Don't worry about it. Your resemblance to your departed mother is remarkable. What, did you know my mother? I'm sorry to say I never met her directly, but I saw her portrait in Castle Kalen. For the rest of my tribe, I was always Lynn. But when I was with my parents, it was just the three of us, I was Lindis. It's also strange. I was all alone in the world, and now I have a grandfather. Lindis, I never thought I would hear that name again. Wait, that bandit, he called me Lindis too. What? How could he have? He was a henchman of Lord Lundgren, wasn't he? Lundgren? Who's that? He's the Marquess's younger brother. Everyone assumed Lady Madeline was gone forever. This made Lord Lundgren heir to the Marquess's title. To be blunt, milady, your existence is an obstacle to your grand uncle's ambitions. My grunkle. Grunkle Lundberg. But I have no interest in inheriting a title. Unfortunately, your grunkle is not the sort of man to believe that. I believe the attempts on your life will persist. What should I do? Coming us to Kalen, continuing on this way is dangerous. Feel I have little choice, I will go with you. And so she shall. Mark, I'm sorry, this changes everything. What will you do, Mark? You want me to decide? Of course, your companionship would do much to ease my journey, but it's going to be so dangerous. You'll come, are you sure? Thank you. I didn't say anything. Let me ask once again for your friendship and your aid. Okay. I fear we must move on in the interest of getting to more requests tonight. So, last chance to get your votes in on Fire Emblem. If you want more Fire Emblem in the future, if you want this Fire Emblem specifically, if you want a full playthrough of... Yeah, I was really hoping for a no early ending Del Polo. Super Nothing Burger, Silent Self-Insert Tactician. If you'd like a democratic playthrough of this sometime in the near future, vote to continue. If it's not your cup of tea or you don't believe that this is the right place to begin our Fire Emblem adventures, you should vote game over. While I'm waiting for the final votes to roll in, that little exchange there about her uncle sending people to kill her reminded me. I just watched the Phoenician Scheme. We got any Wes Anderson fans about? Because I really rather enjoy Wes Anderson films. Votes reset. I was AFK for even more tomfuckery at work. If you haven't voted on Fire Emblem, we're voting on Fire Emblem right now. The vote for Pokemon has already passed. But we are taking votes for Fire Emblem. This Fire Emblem specifically. But yeah, I really want to see the Phoenician Scheme. Turns out I had it on a streaming service. I watched it. I really enjoyed it. It is... Now, I have to admit, I enjoy Wes Anderson films, but I haven't watched a ton of them. I basically watched, I watched Life Aquatic, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Phoenician Scheme. And I think I've seen some parts of some other ones or something. Phoenician Scheme was good, but it feels like the absolute least grounded of what I've seen of Anderson's films. Like, the characters are only barely passably characters, but they are really funny. And the story, even though it's conveyed by caricatures of people, is really, really good. Interested in watching some of them, but I don't think I've seen many. I love Grand Budapest Hotel. Honestly, I think Grand Budapest Hotel is one of, like, my favorite movies ever. I really, 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 really like that movie. Life Aquatic was good, but I watched that back in college, so my memories of it are fuzzy. And I really, really, really want to watch the other ones. Alright, I'm closing the vote. I'm doing it. Obviously, Thracia 776 is the only one worth starting with. Alright. Vote. Vote is closed. Where'd y'all end up on this one? You ended up... You did. You managed to tie it. Congratulations. You managed to tie it, chat. Good job. I'll, Yes! I'll count that as a victory. You can count it as whatever you want. Had to happen. I'll mark it down on the list as a tie, but I'm not sure what I'll do with that, especially with 3 games ahead of it in the queue already. All right, next up. Y'all went really dense with some of these requests. There are a lot we should do on someday. I think a Emblem should happen sometime. I don't disagree. But y'all know me and strategy RPGs. I kind of have to be in the mood for them, and I haven't been in the mood for them lately. So I'm gonna level with you. I'm a bit relieved that one wasn't a clear victory, because I honestly don't know when I'm gonna feel like committing to a Fire Emblem or any strategy RPG, really. Select character, Ryusei or Kyosuke. Kyosuke looks awesome, so let's go with him. May you play 1 for every console you do a night for. There are enough games for it. Fair game. Blue guy and red guy. 179 SE Pluto Outer Sector. This looks familiar. All units report status. Okay. That looks like a pretty classic grizzled space captain there. Blocks 4 to 9 and second bridge are gone. Main cannons disabled. And Gaigan Scudo? Surrounded by unknown enemies, sir. Grr. We're overmatched, sir. We should retreat. There must be something we can do. These bug-like mechs are not of this world, sir. None of these characters are from any shows you're wondering. That's where Original Generation comes from. Thank you. Thank you for filling me in there, because, yeah, I totally assumed this was from some franchise I was unfamiliar with. Aliens? Most likely considering their size and numbers. Their carrier must be near. We're in grave danger, sir. Just when we reach the outer rim of the solar system. I know. I'm sorry, sir, but we must retreat. If Hiryu sustains any more damage, we'll never make it back to Earth or even Mars. Very well. Recover Gaigan Scudo and pull back. You'll pay for this. Nearly 2 centuries ago, the human race advanced into space, ushering in the dawn of a new era, the space era. Due to the devastation and turmoil caused by the meteors that struck Earth in the early years of the 21st century, as this is follow-up to Ace Combat, maybe? Human life changed little over time. In 179 SE, a third meteor, Meteor 3, struck the Earth near the Marquesas Islands in the South Pacific. Research team dispatched by the Earth federal government discovered that Meteor 3 consisted of substances containing technology previously unknown to man. They call this new technology extra-over technology. Further analyses were conducted by the EOT Investigative Committee under the strict supervision of the EOT Council. Under conclusion of the investigation, Dr. Bien Zoldark, the head of EOTI, reported to the EFG and the Earth Federation Army that an invasion by extraterrestrial beings was highly probable. The EFG took the warning seriously, and the development of personal troopers humanoid mobile units began. Makes perfect sense. Meteor falls to Earth. Has some alien technology in it. Immediately can assume aliens are gonna invade. Gotta build giant mechs. Must build giant mechs. That's all. You'll be testing the mech. Sir, I have a question. What is it? I saw the spec sheet. This mech, the Will Drobiter? Wildrobite? Wildebeest? I don't know. Becomes highly unstable when it transforms. It's not capable of handling a live fire exercise. Live fire? The tank's only loaded with paint rounds. At worst, you'll just have to clean the paint off your mech. Live fire isn't my only concern. Are you trying to disobey my order, Corporal? No, sir. I would risk my life to follow your orders. But I'll have trouble evading enemy fire, so we won't get reliable data from the mech. Wild Raptor in German? Gotcha. Should we risk a valuable PT just for the sake of conducting some tests? I make the decisions here, Kyosuke. But didn't guess it's fucking fascination with German words. Didn't Gespenst number 2 go missing because of unnecessary testing, sir? Tests necessary to improve the mech. You disappoint me. Don't you have any guts? That's a pretty intense look from our boy Kyosuke. It's urgent we develop a powerful airborne PT, but now report to the test area, Corporal. Roger that. I don't like him. Oh well. He's piloting a defective mech. I'll be rid of him soon enough. It's a small sacrifice to make to have Mao Industries beholden to me. Smirk. An audible smirk, chat. Episode 1, Broken Wings. The Wild Robitaire is airborne. Target drone's placed, ready to go. Are you ready, Kyosuke? Yes, sir. Good. I'll collect the data now. Thank you, Lieutenant Erm. The Wild Robitaire is our first variable PT. Treat her well. We don't want her to get wrecked while the commander is away. Roger that. And then begin and have some fun. They're only paint rounds. Yes, sir. Paint rounds powerful enough to shoot you down. What a fucker he is. Move. Attack. Oh, this is all very familiar. I can't beam cannon directly. Jason, bring an aerial bomb. Hard to balance. Is it because the moon has less gravitational pull? Oh well, let's do this. That move will be your downfall. Trying to wear me down? Good luck. I got no dollars and a little bit of EXP. Paint rounds, that one was live. Lieutenant Colonel Hands, this is Kyosuke. Do you copy? Your emergency call, sir. Disregarded. He should be able to handle this himself. I wasn't aware the drones were loaded with live rounds. Am I obligated to report such matters to you? Bastard. What's going on? No matter. I gotta survive this. Shooting's my strength. I'm not complaining though. Beam up. Hate to say I might be a Warframe fan. I really enjoyed Warframe for the short time that I played it. But I mean, that was ages ago. I thought I could dodge it. Like 3 hours of it, he tried. I played it for a while. Boom! Ooh, monies. Uh-oh. Nyum. Avoid a critical hit. Oh, that did a lot of damage. intense. Whoa! Nice. Missiles are painful. Evasive action, all right. Good lord. Can you alter your stances when they attack you? I don't know. Nine. Go away as the game moves on. It actually does sell the idea that robots are nuisance. You have tanks and planes that are enemies. It does, doesn't it? It's a nice touch. Nice touch that you're not fighting other big robots. Level up! I got a new SC, a sail. Battle mastery earned. It's time. Corporal has begun the emergency variable test. What if he transforms now? Why are the drones loaded with do not question my orders, Corporal? Yes, sir, commencing variable test. That bastard set me up. I have no choice now but to play his game. Okay, abort the mission, return to base. You're exceeding your authority, Don't give me that, you're trying to kill him. Watch yourself, Lieutenant. Whatever happens, happens. It won't finish transforming. Ugh! Kyosuke! Alert! The wild rabbit went down in the ocean. Alas, we've lost a fine pilot. Mao Industries must be held accountable for this. Retrieve the unit and have it sent back to the moon. Tell your former partner, Ring, this was all Mao Industries' fault. You bastard. Lieutenant Colonel! What, did you hear my order? Retrieve that mech! But the pilot is alive, sir. He survived that explosion? Kyosuke, do you copy? Kyosuke! Ugh. Oh, the devil's luck. Well, I guess I'll just have to expel him from here. I'm okay. I think it broke some ribs, though. Managed to survive again. Broken wings, more like broken ribs. Let's see what the next scenario is before we move on. God damn, Greg has jowls upon jowls. Also, we're South America. Where'd South America go? Lieutenant Kyosuke Nanbu reporting for duty. The EFA North America Brigade, sir. Oh, sorry, I was hungry. Eddie's pilot of Commander Greg Pastral. I love it. I love when Japanese people try to come up with American names. Greg looks like a Fist of North Star villain with that jawline, yeah. Where's Duke Togo in South America? I heard what happened. Bad luck, huh? No, sir, it was my fault. I think it was the fault of the one who commanded you and sent you here, but that doesn't sound like Laker. Looks like it was Hans Weber's doing. Everybody knows this Hans guy is a giant dick, and nobody's doing anything about it? What is it, sir? Oh, nothing. Your assignment will be... Excuse me. Excellin? Like, excellent Ellen? What is it? I told you I'd send him to you later. I just couldn't wait to check him out. Well, there you go. What's going on? So this is him, huh? Sorry, have I met you somewhere before? Maybe, tee-hee. I can't remember where. Very nice. Can I take him to my room? I mean, to our unit? I promise to behave, sir. Very well. Take good care of it. I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand. This is Lieutenant Excellent Browning. Pleased to meet you, handsome. Oh, I almost forgot. The boss wants to test the new guy. Again? Okay, just don't send him home crying, you hear? Yes, sir. Teehee. This is gonna be fun. What's going on? Who's this Excelling anyway? She's the horny one. There had to be a horny one. Not training already? Yeah, sorry, that's how the boss is. I don't get... He's the boss, I don't get lieutenant. Stop calling me by my rank, that's lame. Lame, then I'll call you Excelling, how's that? Oh, I like that. You're not so straight-laced after all. Straight-laced? Ready to go, rookie Sanger. What? Uh-oh. Begin the exercise. Let's see, I got it. Kyosuke, I didn't have time to explain, but listen up. The target drones are loaded with live rounds. If you want to live, shoot them down. This guy's an even bigger asshole than the last one. Enough, fire at will. Kyosuke has Major Sanger Zonvolt. So he's the boss. I'm only concerned with the enemies in my way. Wow. I like the Gespenst. And that kind of guy. Here I come. You get along just fine with the boss and me. Ooh la la. Alright, we're gonna move on. I like this, honestly. One of the... It's not like a big problem. It's not a big problem. But one of the issues I've always had with Super Robot Wars games is they really seem to throw you in the deep end right from the start. I mean, the battles themselves are not difficult, but they're huge. And like the last Super Robot Wars game we played, I don't know if y'all were there, I don't know if you remember, but that first battle was just chock a block with enemies. It took forever to get through. I like that this is a bit more focused. That we're not doing these giant sprawling slobber knockers. And I like that the story's moving at a pretty swift pace. It's also interesting to see what the Super Robot Wars people do with their own property here. Kyosuke and Excelling are two main characters of compact games, which are on the Wonder Swan of all things. Probably some reasoning for why Kyosuke was picked as one of the leads. Ryusei has a lot more basis to him. Fantasy Main Wars. Duly noted. But from now, we forge ahead to... Okay, we're jumping back to OG Game Boy chat, so brace yourselves. Hold on to your asses, ass holders. We're gonna play some Cosmo Tank. Also, PS2 version of this and its sequel. Interesting. It's another Atlas joint, as it turns out. Alright, quest mode. I think I might remember this one. Yes, I remember this one. Destroy the life cores of each planet. That's fucked up, man. So the planets in this game are living things and we have to murder them. These bombs to destroy the wall. Thanks. Buttressing my buttress with my butt. Gives me vibes of Thunder Force 2 back before that series is strictly horizontal scrolling. Well. Now it's a dungeon crawler. Yeah! I know, right? I mean, that right there is why this game was requested. It's pretty unique as far as Game Boy games go. You got the top-down above world segments, and then you got the dungeon crawly bits. Your shields are now at full strength. Thank you. I don't love that this guy seems to respawn endlessly. Nito, give it that this Game Boy is Guardian Legend in terms of meshing game. Yeah, it is. It is. Put a life card or open the door on the opposite side. The item zone is beyond this door. Whoops, sorry about your torso, idiot. So this has a lot of cheese to it, but that's really impressive. It is, isn't it? Pretty neat. Where this game been all my life is like they made a whole house game out of the Phantasy Star vehicle. Do not give energy to the life core. Energy core has been destroyed. Life core power has decreased. I did it. Yeah, Cosmo tank's a really neat concept. Oh! Oh no! That guy took way too much damage. Like how alien the enemies feel. Pretty neat, yeah. Nice that they let you restart like right from here. Oh, I get it. His attacks do like a shitload of damage. Rock around the other side. Holy shit, why does the guy take so much damage? The circle strafing RPG. Oh, you know what? I probably need to actually literally shoot the flashing thing. Yeah, maybe that was it. Sure is nice that enemy shots don't hit you from any angle except directly in the face. Life core on the sand planet has been destroyed. Planet decimated. Are you unable to move when fighting a boss? I was moving. I understand it can be kind of hard to tell because of the way it animates, but yeah, I was moving left to right, and the boss was also moving, like, one way and then the other. Shield unit is on the planet Goddamn. Hover unit is on the planet Moana. Pulse unit is on the planet Aquel. It would make a lot more sense if you played it yourself. Go to the planet? Yes. I want to go planet Goddamn. And now it's a shmup! Holy shit, we got 3 entire game modes in this chat. That's super cool. It really is the natural extension of Guardian Legend, you know? Yeah, like Guardian Legend's cool, but what if we also put first-person dungeon crawling in it, in a tank? We're descending onto the planet of Goddamn. Goddamn seems a little bit scary. Nothing bad, imagine this on SNES. That would be something. This expanded and in higher resolution, more detailed art would be pretty amazing. Enter the cave of the life core and find the closed door. Defeat the 2 guardians to open the door. So yeah. It's basically the same setup as Rockin' Cats, which is also a cool game. Rockin' Cats is a really cool game. Alright, I know this is really neat, but I'm going to move on. Y'all have seen what this game does. I think the trade-off for how neat and groundbreaking it is not very long. You saw there's only 5 planets, and we already finished 1 in, like, 5 minutes or something. So I'm not like any particular expert at this. So, all right, next up. This has a surprisingly generic name. Quest RPG! Brian's Journey. The GameCube, or the Game Boy Color port of Quest 64. Keltland. Or maybe Celtland. An island where magical spirit. This is gonna take forever. Island where magical spirits abound, a land of friendly, contented people. They're pleasant. I'm reading way too fast. I'm gonna take a little nap. I'm gonna take a little power nap, chat. Can people owe their pleasant lives to the four spirits, wind, water, earth, and fire. Earth, wind, and fire. Don't worry about water. A beautiful, rich land of tall mountains, clear waters, and fresh breezes. Known to inhabitants as Keltland, the Isles of Benevolent Spirits. Alright, Deep Thought, have a good one. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is the abode of magicians who have become powerful through a pact with the spirits. So exciting already. Really can't contain myself. There are apprentices in the Melroad Monastery, among them the young apprentice Brian. This goes for 35 minutes. A monster! It's here again. Today we will get you. Good, we've got it. What are you doing here, Brian? The monsters are skulking about, so it's dangerous outside. I'm sorry, but I saw a monster. Humph, it's been infiltrated by monsters. Is that right? It is dangerous here. Leave this to us and return to your room. Yes, sir. This is not good localization. This is, bad. Oh, you're home, Brian. Where have you been? It's dangerous to be outside. Now just go to bed. Also, you have a text box that can fit 3 lines, and in every single box you use the first line to tell who the speaker is. No, don't fucking do that, okay? Once you establish that it's Bart from the beginning of the line, you don't need to keep reminding us constantly, incessantly. For this version of the fuck you, I'm literally immortal all attacks move because the 64 you can reel early on, get a power to make you immune to every attack so long as you remember to refresh it. Wow. Your magic has improved lately. Do you know why? One reason, of course, is that you are my son. But the spirit lends its power to a heart that is pure. In other words, your magic has heart. I know it's difficult to understand. No, that's extremely straightforward, Dad. What the fuck? His character's name is Gilmean. Our name is fucking Brian. Good morning. Sirius has summoned you. Let's go to the chapel. Brian. Oh, there's something I must ask you. Did you see LeVar and Gabriel yesterday? Why, what happened? Well, I guess I'd better tell you. They stole a book. It's a precious book belonging to Grand Abbot. It would be terrible if the secrets of the spirits are disclosed and the unwise begin using magic. Is there anything I can do? Bart will search for them. I want you to go to town and listen for word of them. For gossip as to their whereabouts, Bart is preparing to do something in the yard, so it might do you good to listen to him. Yes, sir. Oh my god, I'm on the edge of my seat here, chat. I'm also not controlling this. I guess I am now, though. Item, wings, save, blubs. Magic barrier makes you immune to all magic. Every attacking quest is magic. Nay. I'm going out for a while. What a mess. Brian, I want you to look out for the house. Music makes me want to shoot myself. Music sounds a lot more tolerable on N64. Should I move on, chat? Is this sufficient questing for you? Yes! Suspicious character alerting about this town. Suspicious man luring out by the ranch house. I hope nothing bad happens. Oh man. Oh man. So this has half steps, but unlike Dragon Quest on Super Famicom, you have to be perfectly aligned with characters to talk to them. Let's at least see one battle. Let's see if I can find a battle. Met some genuine Quest 64 enjoyers is one of the few things I really don't get. This door doesn't open. I don't know how to get out of town. Are you going on patrol today? Stay there and run. Said there are monsters in Connor Forest. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pass out if we keep playing this. Something about this game is like putting me to sleep. Rather play unlike Final Fantasy 13, I think Quest 64 is the most 5 out of 10 RPG I've ever played. Yeah, this has nothing for me. Okay, this does, though. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Square N. We squaring. We squaring, boys. Brownie Brown. Long, long ago, your mom is a tree. Moving on. We've taken a look at this one before. And I would like to play through this sometime. Name your character. Boobit. Bubbit. Dreaming as a nightmare. Please don't make me see it again. In the beginning, the world was void. When the goddess appeared, in her left hand she held the light of hope, and her right, the sword of mana. The goddess summoned spirits to assist in the creation of life. Finally, to maintain peace, the goddess cast away the sacred sword. It is said the sword rusted the moment it left her hand. The goddess then transformed herself into a great tree that would sustain and watch over the world. A mystical power guards the sanctuary where the tree stands to this day. And that is the song of the Mana Clan. Mother, that was great! I felt as if I could see the mana tree itself. Oh, you always exaggerating. Strange, that's the first time I've ever heard that song, but it sounds so familiar. There's an even better songstress in the world than your mother, you know. Will I ever meet her? I'm certain you will. You can count on it. Goody. Does every mana game have one character that fills the adorable scamp role? Well, Secret of Mana and Legend of Mana certainly do. Does Final Fantasy Adventure? I'm thinking about the companions right now. I'm not sure they had a particularly adorable scamp. I might be forgetting somebody, though. Alright now, no more long faces. You know I'm not one for long goodbyes. Mother, no crying, even when I'm going away on a long trip, okay? I don't want to be embarrassed. I think you might be the one fighting back the tears. You always were strong. What's up, Dunk Donuts? How you doing? I would really rather just stay here. I mean, I love the people around here, but if I go out in the world, I don't think I'll like everyone. I guess I'm just a little uneasy. Sweetie, there'll always be people you don't like, but I don't want to dislike anyone. Liking and disliking have something in common. Your heart speaks to you and you try to understand one another. As long as you feel, that's what matters. As long as I feel, huh? Mother. Take a long trip when you were my age, too? That's right. I set off to see the world accompanied by a Mana-clan swordsman. Don't analyze so much. Go and say your goodbyes to everyone. Alright. But I bet you're traveling with Bogard, the Gemma Knight. I heard all about him. He was really something. You in the village yet? I don't think so. Wonder what he's like. Can't wait to see him. I'll bust out laughing at some lame old geezer. Oh, Willie. Take care of yourself, girl. Mm-hmm. So you're off tomorrow, eh? Thanks for everything, Kasim. Bogard, the swordsman who will be accompanying you, is scheduled to arrive sometime today. Does Sir Bogard travel all the time? That's right. He's got some important business all over the world. There's such an experienced travel companion. He's a peculiar man, so he won't be bored. I gotta be honest with you. I really, really appreciate that the original game just drops you straight into a battle at the very beginning. And then you kind of piece all this together over the rest of the runtime. I think front-loading all this, like, exposition and character development? Character revealing? I think this slows down the game too much, personally. Somebody's leading a bunch of soldiers and they're heading this way. What? Soldiers in our little village? What can I do for you? So this is the Heretics village. Heretic? Battles rage everywhere, but you seem to have a peaceful town here. Even though people are suffering elsewhere, you seem to be enjoying yourselves. But Oddish, the remake must be more. No, it mustn't, honestly. I'm finding myself less and less interested in remakes with each passing year. I maintain that they are overall a net good, bringing classic games back into the cultural consciousness and making them more accessible to the folks who aren't willing to go rummaging around sketchy websites for ROMs and emulators and stuff. But at the same time, I'm definitely feeling more and more like, well, if you're gonna do a remake, you need to go all out on it. Like, you need to invest the money in it to make it good, you know? The System Shock remake is a good example of that. It really feels like they spared no expense with that game. And it's like, it's a total overhaul of the vision and the gameplay and the interface and all of that stuff, so. All that is to say, like, this is obviously a very high quality remake, reimagining of the game, but it changed something that I really liked about the original game, which is the original just throws you straight into it. It starts with a battle, and then contextualizes that, shows you the stakes, and gives you your chance. This is a lot of talking. It's not really what I'm looking for. Because of all our hardships, first of all, peace. Appreciate me? How dare you preach to Dark Lord? You monopolize peace and wealth, using mana power for evil. Don't push your luck, heretic. Get them! Arrest the heretics! Don't let a single one scurry away. Now, come along quietly. Eek! This is a long intro, yeah. And unfortunately, because it's late and I've been drinking a lot, it's kind of putting me to sleep. Run ahead. No, I can't leave you behind. Told you to be no escape. Why are you attacking the Mana Clan? You're getting your just desserts. You can't hoard mana power alone forever. Hoard? Mana power flows in abundance everywhere. Your own country is full of mana power. Don't waste your rebuttals on me. Dark Lord has already passed judgment. Eliminating your village is the will of all Grand's realm. How could you? Don't listen to him. You escape while I hold him off. Uh-oh, Mom magic did. You'll regret this. Run away, what? Get going, go find your real mother. She's a tree. What? Military type man. Fire in the village, is it realm soldiers? No, it must be Dark Lord. At least what's going on. I don't want to tell you like this, but this might be my only chance to listen. I'm not your mother, you have another. She's your real mother. Quickly now, Bogart, please take care of her. Count on Elise, don't worry about her. She's in good hands. It's also, these scenes are also a lot of talking and not a lot of action. Like, it's just the four of them lined up and, like, discussing things. Okay, and then they teleport away, and that's it. Aristocrat. Sir Bogart, what seems to be the matter? Herman, you must protect this girl. Are you awake, sweetheart? My mother. Bogart told me. He said your village was under attack. I have to get home. I have to say, mother. I bet I can't imagine how you feel about your village as it's not there anymore. You're lying. You're just playing some cruel joke. It can't be true. It's impossible. Going home. Mother must be worried. Oh, but I'd bring back your beloved village if only I could, but I can't. All I can do is weep with you. So it's true? The village, nothing's left? I don't know what really happened, but I do know that Bogart wouldn't lie. If it was indeed Dark Lord who attacked the Mana Clan as he said, then I suppose... Where's Sir Bogart? Here at the estate? He's talking to my husband, Consul Herman. Oh, it's such a bad dream, a terrible nightmare, but remember that you are not alone in this. We should discuss this with Lord Granz tomorrow. Let's go to bed now and get ready for tomorrow. I thought everyone loved games with hours of intro. I've definitely learned to appreciate games that either drop you in media res or just give you like the bare essentials and have you like, I want games to open with gameplay, like straight up. And you go back and look at these classic games like, I mean, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, or yeah, like OG Secret of Mana had you like, you see the kid run along the waterfall and fall in the water and you just go. Final Fantasy VII is the ideal length of an intro. Final Fantasy VII has a really good one. You get that nice cutscene at the beginning, and then it's Cloud rocking up with Barrett and Tifa off the train, and then you have control and you're just rolling. Yes, we absolutely need more RPGs to drop you in media res. Final Fantasy IV shows you battle almost immediately. It does have a long intro though. It is a culprit in this discussion, unfortunately. Trust me, it has like 6 unique intros, but they're all playable. Yeah, we've done 2 of them if I remember correctly. Wake up, you must flee now. What's wrong? Where's Sir Bogart? There's no time to explain. Take her with you. Hurry. Like all of this is just explaining how we end up a slave of the Dark Lord. And like, I don't want to be a dick, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter how we ended up there. Like, this isn't poorly done. I've already criticized the lack of, like, dynamic movement in these scenes and how dialogue heavy they are, but it is accomplishing its goal. It is giving us the background for the start of the game. But again, the issue is we don't need it. This is not really going to... Yeah, I know, it looks just like Ken Masters. You know, they're trying to build up a little pathos here. They're trying to give you more characters to emotionally attach to, so that their loss and this upheaval of their lives is more dramatic. Yeah. This is why Legend of Mana is just vibes. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Looks like you're having a nightmare, that dream again. Remember what you do, that memory comes back to haunt you. So we're in the present. I abandoned him, I left him, that family behind to die. Don't be ridiculous. Some things you can do by yourself and others you can't. If you don't understand that, you're no different from Dark Lord. Me, like Dark Lord? That's right. I do want to play this game with the understanding that the remake of the original Mana game, in the loose sense of the word, it's pretty much a different game. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much feel the same. It's a reimagining of it. And reimaginings are not always an improvement. You know? I have gone on record as going against the tides of chat on stuff like AM2R. I don't think that game is an improvement over the original. I'll take the original any day. Final Fantasy Adventure tried to follow a lot more of the later Mana conventions, yeah. And again, those aren't necessarily good. I gotta be honest, I was really excited for Visions of Mana. I was really, really excited for there to be a new game in the Mana series. And I tried the demo, and honestly, like, the demo just, I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, Vision just didn't feel right. Vision felt too informed by modern, like, open RPG design, specifically stuff like Genshin. And that is just, that's like the opposite of what I want from a Mana game. I want something tight and cozy, not huge and sprawling and really, really talkative. Yeah, I couldn't stand the amount of talking your characters do in that game. It was too much. And I mean, this game has this basically the same problem. There is way too much talking up front. So, yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be any more games in the Mana series, but I hope somebody clues them in that nobody needs to talk this much about whatever shit's going on. Yeah, use oh god. Yes, I know how to use magic. Fuck off. He doesn't care! I said yes and he's still tutorializing me. I hate it. I learned how to sit. Okay, the game is finally playable. Next man is half visual novel, half RPG. Live your entire life without knowing how to sit. At least in a combat sense. Sorry, I know we just got to gameplay, but like this game is putting me under. Do you like this version of the Adventure OST at least? I mean, having more detail to it is nice. At least they still spike the chest into the ground to open them. Man, I'm like dying on my feet here. And I mean, yeah, this has a completely different opening from the original. Which is a shame. I really like the original's opening. Oh, this has like a day-night cycle too. It's kind of wild. Love that every enemy is a transmuted ox. Okay, sorry, I gotta move on. I gotta move on before this kills me. I don't know that I'm ever gonna be able to stream this particular game, chat. It's so slow. Alright, okay. I think we're gonna do one more. I think I can fit one more in tonight just because I'm really flagging. Let's see what we can extract from Riviera, the Promised Land. We're never getting a gameplay here? Fuck. Fuck. Game also released on the PSP. Strategy RPG with long tutorials. Fuck. Okay. All right. Judgment call. We're stopping here instead. We're gonna stop here. I've played this? When did I play this? And I hated it? Oh, great. Cool. Intensely pissed off by it? Was I? I don't have any data. Maybe I didn't save. I want some... Give me some context here. I want to see what the gameplay looks like. Maybe I'll remember. Oh, it's this one. Oh, I remember this one. Okay, we're done. We are donezo for tonight. Love the moment of recognition, yeah. Okay, we did actually achieve our goal. Good night, Oddish. Good night, everybody. No, we did actually achieve our goal. We made it halfway through our list. And when we come back to this on Saturday, we're going to start with a very different pile of things. Our next 2 games on this list are ROM hacks. Okay? We're also going to get to a really interesting homebrew next time. And doesn't look like... I think we're actually clear of strategy RPGs here. We should be okay. We should be all right. So, reason anything Union at you unless I've got the opening myself. I'm actually starting to think. I need some way. I need some way to limit the number of like really dense games for request nights. Because this has been and continues to be a bit of an issue when I'm like, hey guys, let's do a request night. And I get like 5 strategy RPGs or something. And then people are like, oh God, wow, you're never getting to gameplay. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, man? do you want to play one game all night, or do you want me to actually get to everything? So yeah, you gotta start giving me a time to gameplay timestamp. I'm thinking about like a quota system, maybe. Like when we do a request night, like I put a restriction like one strategy RPG, one additional RPG, like one adventure game or something. And if people request multiple, then I pick a random one and we do that. Maybe we'll try that for the next request night, because yeah, because tonight we did just RPG and RPG adjacent stuff. We did Pokemon Fire Emblem, Super Robot Tyson, Quest RPG, Sword of Mana, and I was supposed to do Riviera. I did 8 games tonight, and 6 of them were RPG or RPG adjacent. That was a mistake. we got through it, but it was a bit of a struggle, and I need to take steps to make sure that doesn't happen again. So, I mean, to be fair, I don't expect y'all to coordinate this. I haven't really given this much thought in the past, but it is something that keeps happening. You know, request nights do tend to be like RPG heavy, and there's almost always some games that are like really, really dense in there. And it kind of, yeah, it slows down the proceedings. So yeah, I think I'm going to start doing, I think what I want to try is a quota system next time for at least the biggest offenders, strategy RPGs. I don't know if I need to quota out stuff like Zelda or something, but yeah. My second's a war, I forget. Yes, I know. Because all the seconds got pushed to the second night. And the second night looks a lot easier to get through. So I think well, let's see how it goes down. You know, let's see how this all works out. Because we are gonna do a second night of this. Tomorrow night, we're not doing this tomorrow night. Friday night, we're gonna do some kind of variety thing. Probably Master System Odyssey. Possibly something else. But we'll see. And then let's see how Saturday goes. Let's see what the flow of Saturday is. Let's see if like I get the energy sucked out of me by whatever we're doing, or if it goes well. If it goes well, then yeah. I'll have to take a step or something. Should ask you to swap Emblem and WoW. I mean, again, I didn't expect y'all to coordinate this. I didn't expect y'all to you know, strategically make your requests in such a way that all the RPGs were spaced out amongst you. And I didn't really consider that when I was building the schedule for this. I just did it in, you know, first come, first serve. So, you try some nice, relaxing, easy games like Europa Universalis 5 or Cultivation Thing or Factorio or so yeah. Anyway, chat. I don't regret tonight. I think this was fun. We looked at some cool stuff. We looked at plenty of neat stuff. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You know, y'all got a Pokemon on the list. I'm sure that feels like a great victory. Cosmo Tank. I was very happy to share Cosmo Tank with more people because Cosmo Tank was surprisingly early in the Game Boy's lifespan. It was like within the first year or two. Yeah. Good, because I do feel a little bad. Don't feel bad. You're the super robot guy. I expect this. I accept this is fine. Honestly, it was Quest RPG followed by Sword of Mana followed by Riviera. That was the combo that killed it, I think. Because Quest was already sort of knocking me out, and then I was genuinely excited for Sword of Mana. I forgot it has a needlessly long intro. And then, yeah, the moment I realized what Riviera was, I was like, mistakes were made. So, anyway, yeah. Tomorrow night, variety thing. We'll come back to this on Saturday. No stream on Sunday. And then Monday, we will finish Dragon Quest. And what lies beyond Dragon Quest, not even I can say. It's going to depend on a number of factors. I'm thinking things. Missed out on Cosmo was already off the shelves by the time I was it was already off the shelves by the time I was collecting. Yeah, I don't even remember seeing it on shelves, honestly. It probably didn't get a very big print run or anything. Very interesting deviation from how those games usually work. Definitely check it out if it's interesting. It did. It genuinely did. I was very serious about that. It's interesting to see the Super Robot Wars guys doing their own thing, and I did like the intro to it. I did like how streamlined it was compared to the last Super Robot game we played, whatever that was. So, anyway, that's gonna do it. Let me find somebody to raid, and then I am going to collapse. I am gonna get as much sleep as I can. I got work tomorrow. Let's go hang out. Oh, I see Voix is up. Voix is up. Voix is playing Monster Train 2. I haven't had the chance to raid them in a hot minute. So let's go hang out with them. So yeah. Anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks for joining me for our much delayed Game Boy request night. Again, don't feel bad for the way this shook out. Y'all did exactly what you were supposed to do, requesting games that you want to see. I did what I set out to do. I made a schedule of them and played them. And we all learned something tonight, that I need to be more careful about the genres that I stack up for nights like this. Or at least need to be mentally prepared if y'all request like 6 RPGs in a row. So yeah, this has been a useful education, chat. I've grown as a person, and I am better prepared for what lies ahead. And hopefully you are too. And hopefully I'll see you out tomorrow night for some stuff, games, and chatting, and the things we do. Until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.